Welcome back to the show. Now we're getting to the second half of our topics, and we're joined by a special guest again, Maurice Hendricks. He's been on past episodes many times, and many times for a lot of different reviews. Thanks so much for being back on, bro.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And start off with our first album review with Andre 3000's New Blue Sun. In his first solo album ever, this is kind of an ambient project that has gentle moods and focus on the tones being soft. It also has new age jazz, improv, and kind of experimental music. And it's interesting, Maurice, because like this was when he announced it, many people were like really disappointed with it just being like an instrumental type album because we've all wanted like that rap album from Andre 3000, and he kind of goes into a different mode with it. Even in some of the interviews that he did, he mentioned just how he wanted to make music that was kind of like for him and his experience. What did you kind of think about this project? Because there's I can respect the the instrumentation of it, the creativeness of it. It's not something I'm going to revisit a lot, but I do respect like what he put together. What were kind of your initial thoughts with it?
Honestly, I feel like it's kind of right on time. And this is probably something we get into later, but like I feel like hip hop is low key dying a little bit.
Yeah,
So for him to kind of branch off and do something else, it's kind of like paving the way for other artists to kind of feel the freedom to do whatever they want to do,
yeah,
and experiment, kind of like mess around with other kind of genres. And yeah, I mean, I think for the project for what it was, like I'm not too familiar with like I guess the ambient kind of space. I mean, I listened to a little bit of it, but as far as like how he kind of handled it, like I like some of the songs, I
yeah.
agree with you though. Like I might not return to it as often. But I can appreciate the art form for what it was, and I think some of it was like good for Andre 3000 being like experimenting with it.
Yeah, definitely. And with his catalog and what he's done, like especially with like an album like the second half, I guess I should say Love Below when he did like the second half of the project with Big Boy and kind of put his own twist on things. Like what albums or maybe songs of his in the past to you, Maurice, like that you kind of like go back to and are just like these are the go to projects or songs that he's put together with Outkast that I kind of like still rank high.
Yeah. I mean, everybody goes back to Hey Ya,
Yeah.
that's like the classic. Sorry Miss Jackson, that one
Yes.
as well. Yeah, those are like the big two. I mean, I feel like he definitely has some other like hits. I'd have to go look at some of the other songs I like, but I think those are like the main two that everybody kind of goes back to. I mean, even like Life of the Party with
Oh
Kanye
my
West,
goodness. Just a
that song too.
impeccable verse, man.
Yeah.
That
Frank
that's what
Ocean.
that's when
Yeah.
when he like doesn't rap, I'm like, man, when you can rap
Yeah.
that good, I just like it's still there. It's still there.
Yeah.
He just
It's
doesn't
still
want to do a full
there.
project of it.
He made a good point though. I saw in an interview when he was talking about this album, he's like, I'm like 40 something. What am I rap about now?
Oh,
Like
Oscar
he
Yeah.
yeah, he literally, like, and it's just kind of ties into it kind of like proves the point of like uh not to mention Drake, but like it just proves the point of like Drake rapping about the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't heard anything from like Jay-Z in a while. Like obviously he dropped 444, but he's also at the point where he's like, what am I rapping about now? I kind of did what I need to do, so now it's like time to move on to something else. So
Definitely.
I kind of like it that that Andre is kind of paving that way for like all the other like older generation to kind of start trying something new, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. To you, Savon, what did you kind of think about this project overall? I know when I first announced it and told you what it was going to be like, you were disappointed. You're like, I'm cool on this, but how did you feel about it overall? Just like what he was trying to put together.
No, I liked it. I listened to it while we were camping. I think it
Oh, that's
was
perfect.
last Saturday. Yeah.
yeah, for real.
But it was
That's
around
camping
the fire.
music.
Exactly. It
Yes,
was around
sir.
the fire. I was like, bro, I feel like we should be like doing a dance. Like, hey, yeah.
Yes,
We're doing a
sir.
dance. So I thought it was really dope. There was some great transitions within it. And
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's dope. Okay. And then like the interview I saw, he was like, man, I was learning. So it's like a baby or something. He was saying I was learning
Yeah.
how to do certain things within me doing it. So I was like, that's dope. So it was like an evolution thing for him. And I thought it was really dope. And then I like the point, like all the old school rappers, like we're gonna talk about two old school rappers in a minute with Lil Wayne and Two
Two
Chainz,
Chains,
which I
yeah.
Yeah.
really didn't like that album. But
He already
they're
put it out
talking
there.
about the
Yep.
same thing. So
Yep.
there's has to be some evolution, whether in what you talk about or what you contribute to hip hop. If
Yeah.
you can't contribute anything new, then do not be a
Put
part of
anything
hip
out.
hop. Don't
Yeah.
just be radio silent. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
And now getting into our next review with Drake's Scary Hours 3. In this surprise drop, the EP was filled with yes. Oh, Savon like a Drake
Look at it.
project.
Look at that.
Oh
Look at
wow,
that.
we have made it.
All three of us finally
We have
agree. All
made
three
it.
of us
Oh,
finally agree.
what a time. But this EP was filled with elite vintage lyricism. Also showed him kind of being in an introspective mode, talking about ride or dies, especially in stories about my brother in Wickman. And I feel like in Wickman, he really went into a different tier of just about the woman who passed away that he knew, and just different things about believing in the afterlife and just certain subjects he hasn't mentioned recently. But I felt as though this was a great EP, man. Like listening to when Red Button started, I was like, yo, this feels like comeback season. I was like, what in the world? Like, I'm being transported back to '09. Like, he went into that bag of like, hey, don't forget, I can skill rap with the best of them. And I feel as though every track, man, he brought something different. The Alchemist, we always talk about him working with the Alchemist. I feel like that was a great track. Stories about my brother with Conductor Williams. The back and forth with him and J. Cole and Evil Ways.
Yeah,
and
that was dope.
And I'm gonna tell you, You Broke My Heart is gonna go crazy in a concert. That song is that whole drop is gonna go crazy in a concert. Like to you, Maurice, what did you think about this EP and just what Drake was really trying to accomplish with it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like perfect timing as well. Like
Yes.
he knew what he was doing. Like he was like, all right, these guys complaining about, oh, I didn't really give an album for all the dogs. Let me show them I still got it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's perfect timing. Every song on here is good. Red Button, crazy. Wickman, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Everything just flowed together super well at the
Sequence
end.
perfectly.
I'm not gonna lie though, I don't really like You Broke My Heart. I thought we could have left that off.
Yes.
Because he went back to kind of For All the Dogs behavior.
Yes.
You know, with You Broke My Heart. Like the last few were supposed to just be just that.
Yeah.
He should have stopped at Evil Ways.
Yes.
Bam, perfect.
Yes.
Perfecto, you know, but like he had to put you like it just seems so like he's 30, what is he, 36? Talk about you, like, come on, bro. Like, you know, like, yeah, it's just like, all right. It's kind of the same thing that people were complaining about.
But he's got to have a banger. He knows he's going on a concert. He's got to have to add a banger in there. I feel like that's
he already has an album full of bangers though.
Right.
Why he gotta add this
Rich
sloppy?
Baby Daddy.
That's not a lot of guys like that. They're not gonna be like, oh my.
He should have left that off, bro. He should have left that off.
I agree. It just I don't know, man. It didn't sound right coming from Drake anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, but all the other ones, 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. So, Savon, this is the first time in a while you've been actually positive about a Drake project. What did you think about it, kind of in totality?
Because he went back, man. He went back to the roots. Like, it's not just the what he's trying to do with All the Dogs. Even he didn't talk about love all the time. Dude used to rap his butt off. That's what I was missing. Like when Red Button came on and I heard him like set his writing up like he normally, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like 30 for 30. This is gonna be like, I'm like, okay. And then he had so many bars in there, bro. I was like, run it back, please. Run it
There's
back.
so many bars in this project, man.
Run it back, bro. Yeah, it was dope, bro, to see him like, okay, this is what y'all really want. Yes, this is what we really want. I don't want to hear anything else. And then I think it was like a slap in the face, like, I'm gonna give y'all what you want, but I'm gonna still do what I want to do. You broke my heart. And I just don't think he should have added that to it. But the Shoe Fits was like my sleeper.
Yeah.
I really like the Shoe Fits. It's a sleeper. I was like, okay, that's okay, concept. Okay, all right.
The concept in it, like, it's that sarcastic Drake that just like, I don't know how anymore. I don't know how. Like,
they want me to like, I replay that a couple times. And then Red Button is the best one on here because he just
had a very boom bap feel to it. A lot of these beats on here, like underground.
I wouldn't think I would hear Drake on them, you know? Like it sounded good though. It sounded good.
Did you have a favorite overall track, Maurice?
Definitely Red Button. I mean, like a
lot of people like Red Button. A lot of people like Red Button.
Bro, one of the lines, he was like, I'm gonna force some shots out. Like, I was like, oh, he's trying. He's really trying to push them. He's trying to get a response from Kanye or
when he said they got you to the spot and then you separated, we know how it escalated. Do you think he was talking about Kanye and Pusha T?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Bro, the whole thing was filled with
You already know. You already know this. the thing that interests me is obviously Drake is still bothered by the whole beef that went down. He's been bothered by a couple
Yeah,
albums
man.
now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why on
He
Red
said tick
Button,
tick. He said the tick tick on Wick
yes,
Man.
yeah, that's what
Then
I'm saying. He's
empty
still trying
clips.
to,
The clips,
yes,
like,
bro. I know, bro. He's still trying to
he's baiting
get
him.
stuff
He's like,
out
Pusha,
of
come
them.
outside.
Yeah. He don't even care about the Jay Prince. He said he had a line in there that was like, "Oh, then you had to go and tell Jay Prince."
Gotta
Or something
whine
like
to Jay
that.
Prince, like some
Yeah.
great throws, which is a crazy on time.
So he definitely is trying to get something out. I mean, he even said it in the song, like I said, he said, "I'm trying to force some shots out." So he's sending some shots. He's trying to force them to. He's trying to force them to get some shots off, and then he's gonna drop something. He has something waiting. I bet it's probably not the original like Uber like this that was gonna end their career.
That was in the vault. Like, that one is still in the vault. And I'm like, I think he's baiting Pusha to get on one of these beats because he released an instrumental. He said, okay, Pusha, rap on one of these instrumentals, and I can still have that song in its like.
Yeah,
I don't know what is in that song, but like, it's gotta be something crazy.
I don't know, man.
Yo.
Then he added the Joe Budden shots. Imagine us getting
X-Musician.
And I was like, you knew that was coming. Come on, Joe.
I wish Joe Budden would do remember when he did that like 6 diss tracks like within 5 days or something? Like, oh my goodness, that stuff was so funny. But Joe Budden, he got some bars now. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he kind of barred Drake up a little bit. But.
Say, what were you about to say?
Who's gonna bar Drake up?
Okay, look. No, that's not what I was saying. Look, Drake can
come back outside. Don't. Yeah.
No, look, Drake can handle Joe Budden. I was just saying, Joe Budden had some bars in there, man.
Mood Music Part 7.
Bro, Joe Budden's so outdated, bro.
He is.
The last time he did battle rap, it was him and Hollow Man or something like that. It was so trash, bro. Your pen is not the same. And I saw somebody that's like, Joe Budden, I can out rap Drake. I'm like, bro, y'all are disrespectfully stupid. Bro, that's crazy.
That ain't happening.
But I want to hear the track he said he had for Pusha.
You think he's gonna release it if Pusha releases this?
Because I was thinking it was 8 out of 10 a little bit.
I think he's scattered. I think he scattered lines across all his projects.
Right, probably, yeah.
I think he had like a bunch of lines. Yeah,
I think that could be a good diss track. Your wife, your nanny is pressing play. Your daddy is pressing play. Your wife. That's crazy. True. That's crazy.
Where does this rank in the overall Scary Hours list? Like, where would you guys?
Top.
You said what?
You said top one. You think it's the top?
No,
bro.
Absolutely
bro,
not.
What else? What else?
Scary Hours 2.
That was good, but what was like good 2 songs?
That was good.
At What's Next, which was crazy. Wanton Needs with Lil Baby, then Lemon Pepper Freestyle.
Lemon Pepper Freestyle was the one. But
you have to look at it. You have to look at it like separately from For All the Dogs, though. If this was an EP by itself, like all
that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. We're comparing these 3 as an EP.
What is this? Oh. Okay, wait, Drake. Okay, he dropped the instrumental. That's like, what is this?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was like a new something. Okay, that's interesting.
Which are fire instrumentals, which are fire. I mean, fire instrumentals.
I don't know what even one was on Scary. I was one. I know.
God's Plan Diplomatic Community. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it had one of his best hits ever in another barred up track.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. It's hard to compare to because it's like 2-3 songs versus like 6 songs. So
I mean, quality though. So take the top 2 songs from Scary Hours 3, and we'll take the top 2, which is What's Next and Once in Ease with Little Baby.
Yeah,
I'll choose those 2 over those tracks from Scary Hours 3.
Interesting.
So the top 2 songs from Scary Hours 3, we'll say is Red Button and what else?
I'd have to give it to probably The Stories About My Brother.
Oh, Stories About My Brother is crazy. Yeah.
I would definitely take Scary Hours 2 then.
But that's because What's Next is like it's
the
like
hit. It's the hit. It's
a hit, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
It is crazy.
It is. I guess
So
if we're talking about from a
Because
bar
he was in the
perspective,
commercial. I feel like he was in that commercial lane for what's next, and then the
yeah,
top two that we just mentioned are him like getting into like the
yeah,
like heavy
so it's
lyricism.
no contest then.
There's so many different Drakes, man. There's like he's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
so many
MCU.
It's
He's
different
the
it's
Drakes.
MCU.
hard.
I heard somebody say he's like the MCU of rap. There's like betrayed Drake, middle class. Somebody said that. There
Not
is like so
betrayed
many
Drake.
different.
There are, bro.
There's so many like upset Drake. There's so
There's
many
Yeah,
different versions
there's
of Drake.
Canadian Drake. You straight
he's
cheese me,
got
dog. You
yeah,
straight
he's got
cheese
too many
me.
bags, bro. He's got
Yeah,
too
So
many
many
bags.
bags, man.
yeah.
And now getting into our next review with Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz, Welcome to CollegeGrove. In this collab album, both artists try to focus on regional rap styles with a wide range of instrumentals.
Sorry, they try
And
to focus on
and
these. Oh, sorry, good.
these guys, man, it's the same thing with Meek Mill and Rick Ross. Like the album is too long. The album is way too long. We don't need 21 songs off of this because I feel like this was condensed to maybe 11 or 12. It might have been some better heat, but it still sounds repetitive
Yes,
for a lot of the times. And like I was saying last week, Maurice, it sounds the Meek Mill Rick Ross album sounded outdated. It sounded like it would
Yeah.
have been a lot better, like
Ooh.
in early 2010s. But for
yeah.
this, it just doesn't work the same. Like, what did you kind of think about it overall, Maurice, and just like what they were trying to put out?
Excuse
Same
me.
thing, bro. Like too many songs. Everybody trying to be like Drake and 21 or Drake and
Yeah,
Future.
that was
Like
awesome.
the timing is not good. You know what I'm saying? With like these people dropping these collab albums.
Yeah.
And also just the sound too. It doesn't really. They're not changing. They're not like properly coming together and complementing each other's sounds. They just
Yeah.
sound like they're featuring each other. On the
Yes.
whole album.
Great
And
point.
that's like the main problem. I think when two artists come together, they have to combine sounds and create this new sound that's like that actually has impact and complement each other. So yeah, this was a bunch of features. Like that's what it sounded like. And the sound too was just like you said, the same thing, or even like old school, a little outdated with the
Yeah,
new sound. So I
this
like
wasn't a
maybe
2
two,
Chains.
three
This wasn't a
songs.
2 Chains Kendrick collab
Yeah,
album. This was
No,
actually a good one. It was
absolutely
actually
yeah,
a
not.
good one.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
Kendrick is going to really
Push the
push you,
pin.
push the
Yep.
pen and push you conceptually. But this is so outdated. This is all I'm going to say. What we said earlier. If you're not going to contribute anything new or evolve hip hop,
What's the point?
don't do
Yeah,
it. Because this was the same. Why are you still talking about the trap house?
yeah, yeah.
Bro, you not
How's
trapping
Lil?
no more, bro.
Yeah, how
Nah,
does
those
Lil
days are
Wayne
over.
like?
Yeah, 2 Chainz was on. I forgot what show he was. I think it was Jimmy Fallon. He talking about, yeah, I bought a strip club and a lawnmower for my birthday. Bro, talk about that, like, bro. You bought a strip club and a lawnmower. Rap about that, bro. If you're gonna rap about anything, I'm tired of you talking about the trap house, bro. You ain't trapped since 2008.
But 2 Chainz has always been one of your underrated artists. You feel as though he slept on though, like
He
in
is
totality.
slept on, but he's still outdated. He's still talking about the same thing. I think he has
Yeah,
some bars. Like
Yeah,
from 9 to like 15, 16, bro. He was in a span where he was really slept on. He was on tracks with some heavy hitters and he out
yeah, he
rapped them,
was.
bro.
yeah. He used to be in
Yeah,
his own. He used to
Yeah.
be in his own, man.
Slept on now, bro. Just worry about your son. Get the
Yeah.
podcast. Keep building your businesses. Keep buying retarded things on
2
your
Chainz has a
birthday.
podcast.
Yeah, with his son.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying, bro. People don't
everybody has
realize
a
that like
podcast.
Yeah.
these artists need to like retire while they got it.
Yeah,
Like
go
you
into
know how
something different.
Snoop Dogg doesn't rap anymore, but he's
No.
still in the scene. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? He's
bro.
still like impacting hip hop and all that stuff because
Yeah.
he's in the scene. He's doing other stuff. People think they still got to like put out projects, but nah, bro. Like cut that and like focus on something else. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
bro.
Definitely.
Like
Like what?
he
He stopped himself. He stopped himself.
They ready, Savon. They ready.
They ready.
They're ready to hear. What you got for
it
them?
wasn't nothing.
Put them
bro.
on. Put them on.
It wasn't nothing, bro. It wasn't nothing.
And now getting to our next review with Danny Brown's Quaranta. In his new and sixth project, a lot of musical acuity is displayed, and there's compelling tracks in here. He dissects social phenomena with wit and mentions early childhood struggles. And this is a project I really like because he sounds like he really tries with different experimentation. with his lyrics. He had that project with JPEG Mafia earlier in the year, and I feel as though as this one, it may have not been as good as that one, but he really does try to show versatility in his rhyme schemes, lyricism, and I think he's kind of a different type of artist, not the same popularity as other ones that we mentioned, but he kind of knows what lane he wants to say into. To you, Maurice, what did you think about this album overall and some of the tracks in it?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Danny Brown. I did listen to the JPEG Mafia with
That
Danny
was
Brown, and I like that one.
that
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
fire
fire.
album. Still one of my favorites of the year.
Yeah, I mean they complemented each other so well. Like they did what you're supposed to do when two artists come together.
Yeah.
This I don't know, man. I guess I'm not too familiar with the sound, so I was familiar to the point where I thought he kind of like gets on and trolls when he raps and stuff.
Yeah.
So when this album came around, I was like, I wasn't expecting that, but I knew he was gonna like drop some serious stuff, but it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't
stick.
Yeah, it didn't stick for me. I think he's an acquired taste. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I was like, all right, this is cool. It sounded like he was like being serious on some of the tracks, but then his flow and his cadence is so like wacky that it kind of just like
you have to get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when he does rap like more slow, like on the first track, the intro, it was like, you know, like that's how I felt about it. So I don't know, you know, it was right.
Just
Yeah. Kid Cudi.
The rap game changed. He saved his life though. That's what he said. The rap game saved his life, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair. Nah, this was not good. You don't have to ask me. I'll just tell you.
Yeah, I know, because you didn't like the JPEG Mafia album, so I knew you weren't gonna like this one.
Bro, I was so confused, bro. I was so confused. I forgot we even reviewed the JPEG Mafia.
That's crazy. That's
album.
crazy.
But nah, he's an acquired taste. Like, yeah, it's like, I'm okay.
I'm cool on that. I'm cool. When Savon is that, yeah, I'm cool on that. I'm cool.
I'm okay. I tried, bro. I put
don't even
both
gotta explain it.
Yeah,
this one or the JPEG Mafia. This one or the JPEG Mafia. Which one would you re-listen to between the two? If you had to listen to, like, you're required to.
You
listen
gotta
to
go Peggy. Come on.
You gotta go Peggy, man. You gotta go.
Go Peggy.
I don't even remember that album, bro.
Bro, that album was so good because they complement each other so well.
Yes.
Like, even though like Danny Brown's like flow is crazy and like his sound, but like with JPEG stuff, JPEG also has like songs like that, so it just makes sense, you know?
Neither. What am I listening to?
Oh man. He said no to JPEG. He said no to JPEG.
Mixed with hip hop, hits with disco.
You just didn't play the right one, man. You just didn't play the right one.
That's the number song. It got to start by it.
Play the one with Red Veil or the one with the Muddy Waters one.
There's much better songs.
Come on, man. Y'all listen to Red Veil? Red Veil's fire, bro.
Yeah, Red Veil's dope.
Red Veil's fire.
I don't know.
I saw him perform in Cap Hill. Yeah, he was cool.
That's a nice switch up.
Maybe I'll go give this a chance. You know?
Nah, it's too chaotic. It's too chaotic. It's a lot of. Because I listen to lyrics more than I listen to beats first.
Yeah.
I listen to what you're talking about. Can you even rap?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just in the background, I can't even hear what you're saying, bro. Like, bro, I can't
say
hear
he a cartoon.
Cartoon character.
Cartoon in rap form, bro.
Oh my goodness. Sure is acquired taste, boy. Y'all got a good taste buds. Y'all got a good palate. I'm on chicken nuggets and chicken fingers, I guess.
Nuggets.
Oh man.
And now getting to our last view, Naomi Sharon's Obsidian. In her debut album, the soul singer kind of tries to tell a vulnerable story throughout. And also said, quote, the energy in the beginning was fragile, emotional, and very vulnerable, end quote. And this entire album is really her, navigating through the searing pain of heartbreak. But To you, Maurice, what did you kind of think about this project? I really like this one. I think as a debut, it's really solid. I can tell Sade is her favorite artist because she tries to sound like Sade,
Mm-hmm.
and so you can
Mm-hmm.
just tell she studies Sade in so many different ways.
Yeah.
To you, but to you, Maurice, how did you feel about this album overall? Just kind of like how it was for a debut.
Yeah, man, super, super in love with the project. It's so good. I mean, it's so refreshing to hear something like
Excuse me.
this, compared to what I've been listening to lately.
Yeah.
It was like a good mixture of like I guess like house and R&B. Like
Yes.
I really loved that. You know what I'm saying? I love that kind of everyone's kind of blending house in with all the stuff they're doing now a little bit. But yeah, this project was just really good. I haven't heard of her before this album, so
Yeah. She
this
signed
is
to
the first
OVO.
time I'm
She signed
yeah,
to
this is
OVO.
the first time I'm listening to it. But yeah,
She
it's a
signed to
solid
OVO?
project, and
Yeah.
yeah,
First female artist in OVO.
Drake was like, listen to this,
Got
listen
it.
to
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
just seen it at the bottom. OVO
yeah, yeah,
sound.
yeah.
That's why I
Um,
like her.
yeah, but yeah,
Got
man, it was
it.
solid. It was solid. I'm gonna definitely be like tuned into her projects in the future and stuff.
Definitely. To you, Savon, how did you kind of feel about this overall, and just how do you think it kind of flowed together? Because like for debut projects, we always talk about did the artist choose the right sequencing for it, and was it kind of
Mm,
like the right direction?
right. I see why Drake signed her because he's in love with Sade, and she sounds. When as soon as I turned on, I was like, she sounds like Sade. I'm not a huge fan of her of Sade, but I love like the first three songs. I was against it, like I was against this album, but then it got into the meat and potatoes, and it flows so
Mm-hmm.
beautifully in her
Mm-hmm.
voice, her storytelling. So I fell in love with her storytelling and the concepts, and then her voice. You started just don't realize she sounds or resembling Sade.
Yeah,
But I
Mm-hmm.
think and within that, she still has her own particular sound that it's her DNA
it's
within it.
unique. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very unique, and her pen is crazy. Her
Yep.
pen
Yep.
is crazy. I think that's the biggest highlight. I'm like, she's retelling stories about love that nobody has ever, to me, has ever thought about or we have ever heard from somebody in the
Yeah.
mainstream. So I think it's beautiful, giving us a new concept of love and a different perspective on love and breakup. So I thought it was really dope. Her pen is crazy, and just to see how they tune her in OVO, because a lot of their artists we haven't heard from, like Majid Jordan hasn't dropped in a while. They
Mm-hmm.
had
they
a
just dropped
guy.
recently. Majid Jordan just dropped recently.
You lying?
I'm not lying. They dropped recently.
Majid?
So
I
we
rock
got
with
to review
them.
that next week.
Anybody from OVO, I really rock. They got somebody named Zane
Where-
or something.
Yeah.
Hasn't heard from him in so freaking long.
I just
Part
think Drake doesn't do a good job of pushing them out
he
like that. I
doesn't.
mean,
he's too
yeah,
laid
like
back, bro.
yeah, not as much as J. Cole with Dreamville artists.
Yeah, and any other label.
Yeah,
I
if
feel
we're
like
talking
OVO.
about if we're talking about the labels like Dreamville, TDE, like TDE, they take
Right.
Yeah.
their time.
Yeah,
OVO,
yeah,
we
yeah.
really don't hear a lot besides Drake and
Yeah.
He's
Cardi.
probably like, you
Yeah.
drop what you want to drop, eh? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
just drop what you want to drop. No, bro.
Yeah.
If you're an OVO sound, bro, this is why OVO sound is not as on levels Dreamville, TDE, not even
Yeah.
Interscope, because they got the artists, Majid
Oh
Jordan,
yeah.
They do.
Party.
They do.
They had I Love McConan at one point, then he fell off, and then they
Roy
released him.
Woods.
Yeah.
Well,
Roy Woods used to be the guy.
Telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Go and big up yourself. Like, come on, bro. I used to rock that album so much. Now I don't even hear from him.
Yeah.
they have
He
Division too, right?
Rain.
And Division.
Division. That's come on.
Yeah,
Now.
I forgot about
Ah,
Division. I'm tripping,
Come on
bro.
now.
I
Division
think
is
I'm
crazy,
still
bro.
stuck on that Westcom collab they did.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Why? Okay, Kanye. He's about to release an album with Ty. Why does everybody keep
Bro.
collabing with Ty Dolla
Oh,
$ign?
man.
Because he's good
Ty
on
Dolla
hooks.
$ign the king of features, though. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he's really
the
good
He
on
hook.
is.
hooks.
Did you hear the new Kanye song?
Yeah, I
Reese?
was about to ask you
Yeah.
about that. I was about to ask you about that. What's
Just
your,
not a
He
fan.
dropped.
Just not a fan.
no fan?
He dropped.
The snippets I heard, I was like, okay, this
The
might
snippet
work.
to me sounded better than the actual like
Yeah,
overall
yeah.
song. That's
I
kind of
think
how
it was
felt.
because the song was
You talking about with Vultures?
a little long.
Yeah, Vulture.
Yeah. And the first feature ruined it for me. Like that, whoever that first guy was, I was
Bump
like,
J.
Y'all didn't need to start out with him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you didn't need
yeah.
to start out with him.
Put him in the middle somewhere. Put him in
Yeah,
the middle.
exactly.
Some people want to get to the end. They want to listen to the beginning. You know?
That's the first thing I'm hearing.
Bump
Yeah,
J.
nah, bro. I don't know. I think the sound of it though. I think I'm looking forward to this collab album though. But it's crazy. Kanye just has like a distinct like production, man.
He
Like
does.
no one like it. No one like it. Yeah, nah, bro.
That boy was an ESC. That's why I named Bump J. That boy was in the class of the portables. That's what.
That's wild.
We're
That's
gonna get
wild.
That's
canceled
how
one
the
of these
song
days,
starts
bro.
off.
It does though. It does.
I'm gonna get us canceled for sure. Somebody go watch this. Like, who is this full scope? Hey, we.
Who is this full
But
scope?
nah, that was terrible, bro. You just get Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Just get. If you wanted to do Chicago, I'm pretty sure the guys from Chicago get Chief Keef.
Yeah.
Y'all did. I like together or and some other tracks. So get Chief Keef. That was just that was terrible.
Yeah.
And that's the interesting thing. But before we close out, to you, Maurice, like, is there any like upcoming music? Because I know Joey Badass said he wants to release an album earlier in the year.
Can't wait.
I know J Rock. J Rock is about to release an album from TDE.
That's gonna be crazy.
SZA says she's working on new music as well. Like, is there any like upcoming music that you're kind of looking forward to?
I don't think SZA's gonna drop anytime soon though.
No.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
that'd be. Yeah.
They love.
She needs to just
she'd be cutting off the hype for her last album.
Yeah, they still eating off that last album.
Yeah,
really good album
for sure. I think just that really just the Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I think the sound is gonna be something new, like usual. I do think we're gonna get a couple of bangers. It's obviously not gonna sell as much as like Drake or anything like that,
right?
But I just when Kanye drops, people
listen.
look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited.
Any new music you're looking forward to, Savon? I know you're a big Joey fan, and he's about it.
Joey, yeah, I'm waiting for Joey to drop. I'm eager on this J Rock because we haven't heard J Rock in a full capacity of rapping in a minute.
A while.
And I'm looking for who's gonna be rap wise, who's gonna be the face of TDE. I thought it was gonna be Reason, but Reason disappointed me on Porch. And now J Rock is one of the solidified soldiers. I want to know if this album is going to put him as a front runner. So that's why I'm interested. I'm interested in what TD is doing. I don't think, like you said, I don't think SZA should drop. Y'all still eating off this last album. She's still touring off this last album, so she don't need to drop no time soon.
Well, Maurice, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on as always, man. Thank you again.
Of course, man. Yes, sir.
Definitely. Well, that wraps it up for today. I'm your host, Winter Burns. Let my counterpart Savon Morris. This has been Full Scope. See you later.